What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel. On nootropics, on testosterone, on using nutraceuticals, some pharmaceuticals, whatever we can within reason that's legal to help us perform, feel, and function awesomely. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the bell to get notified of all the content I'm putting out. If you have the YouTube app, you'll get notified of everything this channel is pumping out. A couple products support this broadcast. I will explain them at the end of the video, but for now, the Cortex stack. Look, if you want dopamine energy, which is motivate you to get work done and give you energy at the same time, buy Cortex. That is what it is for. It is a pristine nootropic stack. Secondarily, if you want that hardcore, clean, stimulant energy, that just get up and go, get you in gear, get you working for 6 to 8 hours, buy Torque. The links are in the description below for both of our nootropic stacks. All right, my friends, I want to talk about microdosing nootropics in general. So if you hadn't seen the short that I just put out yesterday on microdosing caffeine, you should go watch it in the short section of our YouTube channel, because it basically describes how throughout the day, these days, I'm not drinking a full cup of coffee in the morning. I'm not drinking a full cup of coffee at dinner or in the afternoon. I'm microdosing my coffee. In the morning, it'll be maybe a quarter of a cup before the gym. I go to the gym, come back, have breakfast. A couple hours later, it'll be another quarter of a cup. And then maybe I'll sort of slow sip some coffee over the course of the next hour. But it's like in its entirety, I'm never consuming one whole cup at once. You can do the same with nootropics, and it ends up giving you less side effects, if any, giving you a more sustainable brain throughout the day, providing more of the target brain state that you want. So like if you need focus or verbal fluency or memory or processing or all of those things, you get more of them as you're sustainably dosing lower doses of nootropics throughout the day. And then lastly, you never get a drop off. You don't get that drop off feeling like some nootropics will have you in that hyper productive state where brain's firing on all cylinders and you're really stimulated, but then it drops off, right? Because not all nootropics are created equal. Maybe some of the premium stacks aren't made to have a smooth transition into regular brain function. If you microdose, you get all of those powerful things. So let's break down some examples. Let's start with modafinil. And this is kind of a bad example, but I want to put it into the picture anyway, because I do microdose modafinil, or at least I have been. And so how you would do this is right in the morning. I wake up at 6, so like between 6:30 and 7, which is like right as I'm going to the gym, I'll take 50 milligrams of modafinil. Just 50, not 75, not 100, not 200, not some crazy dose, just 50. And that will give me some good brain performance at the gym, through the morning, through the beginning part of my work regimen in the morning. And then at somewhere around 11 or so, I'll take like 20 milligrams. I'll add an additional 20 milligrams of modafinil to the mix. What does it do? It enlivens the previous stimulation. It enlivens that previously awesome brain state that I had. It's only 20 milligrams. I mean, at this point, I'm at 70. Perhaps, again, at 1, maybe 2 p.m., I'll dose another 20 milligrams of modafinil. You can microdose the Afinils throughout the day. I wouldn't push it past 2 p.m. because then potentially you could disrupt your sleep. But since you microdosed and you're taking low doses at a time, it never gets the opportunity to accumulate in a way which can disrupt your sleep. We've discussed microdosing Racetams. This is a superb nootropic strategy that, again, keeps sustenance in the memory and the processing and the energy components of using Racetams. So as an example, I'll dose 300 milligrams in the morning, like with my morning supplement regimen, some ALCAR, B complex, some quercetin, a few other things. In the morning, usually I'm eating eggs, so I don't need to dose choline if I'm dosing low dosing anarastin. I don't need to actually take a choline supplement. So, I eat a hard-boiled egg before the gym. So I've got my choline in check. And then again, somewhere around 11 a.m. when I'm kind of in the middle of the first stage of work for me, like I've got periods throughout the day where I work, and around that time is kind of the first stage of work, I'll microdose another couple hundred milligrams of aniracetam. I usually don't need choline with that secondary dose. A few hours later, I'll microdose another couple hundred milligrams aniracetam. Aniracetam is very awesome in terms of microdosing in that you can microdose it up until 6, 7 p.m. right? And just have that streamlined, consistent, epic brain performance pretty much the entire time. Another example is taking a regular stack in the morning part of your productivity, and then later in the day, if you want to enliven the effects from that stack, you can take the same nootropics in that stack, but just half dose it, or maybe even quarter dose it. So here's an example. If your morning stack is 15 milligrams of Noopept, 100 milligrams of alpha GPC, 150 milligrams of teocrine, and that gets you processing well, your memory is optimized, you're motivated to do work, you have a good bit of background energy, and then at like 2 p.m. or so, you're feeling a slump, the effects are obviously not there, you could dose the same stack, but just half it. In which case you take something like 7 milligrams of Noopept, 50 milligrams of alpha GPC, and 50 milligrams of teocrine, right? You're kind of microdosing then your secondary stack for the day, because if you dose that first stack the same, it's not going to be the same. If you dose the same quantities of the same ingredients twice a day, it's never going to be the same. But dosing it lower seems to work and enlivens some of the effects of the stack. It gives you more energy. It's much more sustainable. This is the power of microdosing throughout the day. Let me give you one last example. ALCAR, Tyrosine, and ALA. 3 exceptionally synergistic nootropic compounds. Like, they work very, very well together. I discovered this in like year 5. I can't believe it took me 5 years to recognize this, but you gotta be into nootropics to understand what really synergizes well. Those 3 chemicals. So I'll run a microdosing strategy of the following. 400 milligrams ALCAR at the beginning of the day, 100 milligrams Tyrosine, 100 milligrams ALA, okay? Just in the beginning of the day, you're kind of microdosing the Tyrosine and you're sort of microdosing the ALCAR. Then at 11 a.m. or noon or so, 200 milligrams of ALCAR, 40 milligrams ALA, 50 milligrams Tyrosine. Enlivens the effects. ALA is a profoundly brain-clearing nootropic antioxidant chemical, right? It has a noticeable effect in clearing gunk because it's reducing oxidative stress and giving you literally more brain glutathione. This is the kind of stuff that if you know it, your brain will function better throughout the day and you're gonna get a lot more done. Guess what? With that stack, at 5 p.m., or 6 p.m., if you need a little surge of energy and good productivity and functionality, dose 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams of ALCAR. Your Tyrosine you want to dose a little lower toward the end of the day because it might mess with sleep, 30, 40 milligrams. Absolutely fine. ALA the same, 20 to 30 milligrams. Will enliven brain function, get your brain back to the point where it's energized and you're functional, motivated, you're processing well, you've got better memory, you're interested in doing work, and then you can proceed to do more work. See, like, I find with nootropics and these types of examples that, sure, I like taking at 8 in the morning when I'm gonna sit down and do my first batch of work until noon or something, a big, powerful nootropic stack, right? There may be times where that's necessary. Where really I'm gonna work till like 2 p.m. I just need like 5 hours, 6 hours or something, just sustainable brain performance, and I don't even wanna get up to pee. I just wanna focus and get stuff done. But if I have a large to-do, I find that sometimes I'm actually able to be interested in starting tasks and I end up quantifiably getting more done on the to-do list if I just break it up into micro doses of action and work, but also micro doses of nootropics, right? It's almost like you're in this sort of cyclical phased, pulsed manner of both executing productivity and of taking nootropics. So in the end, what does it equal? More done, right? A more sustainable brain state throughout the entirety of the day, less crashes throughout the day in terms of energy and performance. And in the end, I don't know how you guys feel about productivity. I mean, most people feel really good when they get a lot done. More satisfaction with yourself, with your life, with your goals, with your output. When I get a lot done over a sustained period of time, I just feel better about myself. And microdosing nootropics in this pulsed manner throughout the day helps me to do that, okay? I want to encourage you guys to do that. You can run back in this video and try some of the stacks that I execute to make me function like sustainably awesome over the course of many, many hours in a day up until the nighttime, up until 8, 9, 10 p.m. sometimes when I'm just cranking out work. Execute some of those stacks. Otherwise, create your own stacks. I encourage people to create their own low doses of nootropic stacks that you take periodically throughout the day and in this sort of phased, pulsed manner. And you tell me that your brain isn't sustainably functioning awesomely throughout the day. It sounds simple, but it's honestly a revolutionary concept. We're microdosing a lot of things these days, right? It's becoming much more prevalent. And I think it's because we understand that if you do that, you don't get bolus doses and bolus effects from things, right? You're almost like cumulatively growing the positive effects over a sustained period of time in a sustainable way. Okay, there's something really powerful about microdosing nootropics over the course of the day. Your brain's gonna function better, you're gonna feel better, and you're gonna get a lot more done. I do, tummy. All right, guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, a couple products support this broadcast. Look, I mean, epic nootropic products that, by the way, you can microdose. I mean, you can take one capsule of Cortex instead of two, and then a capsule a couple hours later. Just buy the Cortex stack. This stuff is extremely powerful. I mean, if you want to feel what dopamine energy is like think of the last time you were super motivated to do something. Like, all right, I'm going to tackle this. That's what Cortex delivers. Imagine having that brain on cue. Energy, verbal fluency, motivation, memory, brain fluidity, all in a dopamine-centric nootropic stack by Cortex, livecortex.com. The link is in the description. Our second stack, the most purchased nootropic stack on the internet. I mean, I don't know, people love it. I built an exceptional stack, so much so that I take it a lot. Look, Torque is easy. You can just take it, and for a 6 to 8 hour window, you've got high level brain performance, okay? That is what Torque is for. The best way to buy both of these stacks is on subscription, but if you wanna try the stacks individually by just buying a bottle first, you can totally do that, livecortex.com. Go get our stacks, links are in the description below to buy our stacks, and there's 2-day rapid shipping on both of our nootropic stacks. I mean, think of it, if you wanna try these stacks, if you haven't tried them, you're nuts, I don't know where you've been, because everyone's using Cortex and everyone's using Torque. But if you haven't, look, you'll get it in a couple days. Rapid shipping on our nootropic stacks. Go do it at livecortex.com. If you are a business person that needs enhancement of your productivity through sustained period of times throughout the day, and for someone knowledgeable on this topic, extremely expert at this topic, to formulate and design your regimen, we've got brain engineering programs. One of them is a 3-month program. The other is a 6-month program. You're working directly with me, and I am the mastermind of your nootropic regimen. Book at livecortex.com. If you need to get on a call with me to discuss nootropics, discuss physiology, discuss testosterone, discuss your health issue, discuss whatever you think that I can help you solve, book a call with me. Let's get on the phone and let's handle it. Book consulting programs with me at livecortex.com. The links for that are also in the description below. Follow my new channel where we talk about life, success, business, mindset, money, killing it in life, philosophy. Ryan Michael Ballo. It's attached to this channel on YouTube. Go subscribe to it. Follow me on TikTok. All my socials are in the description below. So let's get it going. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will talk to you uber soon.